Okay, we have seen it's not the arrival, but the emergence of Saudi Arabia and what they are, at least from afar, trying to do with the incredible amount of money that they have. And they are, I mean, literally trying to buy their way into being a relevant soccer league. And yes, there are other motives too, and bigger motives, and political motives, and cultural motives, and all that kind of stuff that are at play here. But we come to find out that, surprise, surprise, Al Hilal has submitted a record bid for Kylian Mbappé, and producer Sean put this in. This is pretty specific. $332 million, $388,945. So basically over $300 million for Kylian Mbappé. That's basically just to talk to him right now. Any legs to this, you think?
It's an amazing development. What's happened here is Mbappé wanted to just play out this season and then go to Real Madrid as a free agent. Yeah. It sounds like he already has a deal in place with Real Madrid to do that. And PSG have drawn a line in the sand and said that is absolutely not going to happen. You're either going to sign an extension or we're going to sell you this summer. And to underline that point, they left him out of their preseason roster. The PSG's in Japan right now playing preseason games, and he's not a part of that group. He's training back home, I think, with the reserves. So some people are criticizing PSG for that. The players' union, FIFPro, got involved. They say this is bullying, and you can't treat a player like that. I don't know how you feel about that. But nevertheless, I think this has become untenable. I mean, his plan to play out this season and then leave as a free agent is just not possible anymore. So he is going to leave this summer. He wants to go to Real Madrid. Real Madrid could theoretically bid for him. But it sounds like they're going to find themselves in a bidding war now with their Premier League clubs interested. And, yeah, Saudi Arabia, I mean, money is no object to them, so why not? They're taking a flyer here. I don't think there's any chance Mbappé goes there, but nevertheless, it's an interesting twist in the story.
Well, as far as PSG's action here, I don't really have a problem with it. It is kind of shooting themselves in the foot from a competitive standpoint to have arguably the best player in the world, and you're going to, what do they do in baseball? They shut them down or whatever when a pitcher does something like that. So I guess you shut him down until you actually get some sort of deal. And if you're going to lose him for free in a year, that's problematic just from a pure business perspective.
Yeah, I remember they did this with Adrian Rabiot a few years ago. Obviously, not the same dynamic with somebody like Mbappe of his stature, but nevertheless, yeah, there is a track record of them doing this with a player. But yeah, the interesting thing about Saudi Arabia is I bet you PSG are of two minds on this. Part of them wants to banish him to a nondescript league like that. But then the other part is, does Qatari-owned PSG want to have their greatest asset go to Saudi Arabia when you consider the geopolitical implications of all that and the relationship between those two countries? So, yeah, it's absolutely fascinating. I can't wait to see the next chapters in this story.